Hey nesters, welcome back to Nesting Haven and welcome back to another edition of A Thrift My Home. This week I am just going around my house doing some thrifting at my own home since we cannot get out to the thrift stores and do any shopping right now. Everyone is at home, right? So I have plenty of inventory and I will be fine. I'll be fine to list because I have a bunch left over from my antique booth and I am working my way through all that stuff right now. With that said, as I'm pulling items and organizing them, trying to figure out what I want to just go ahead and donate and what is worth my time to resell online, I'm kind of categorizing them a little bit into themes because it just makes it easier when you go ahead to list as far as like typing things out in tags. It just makes it a lot quicker. So that is why I'm doing that. Today's theme is going to be mostly owls. So if that is your thing, you'll definitely enjoy this video. The first owls I'm going to share with you, I pulled from my own collection. I've had these for probably about 10 years, I would say. And these were, I believe my parents had picked them up in a yard sale. So I don't think they paid too much for them. These are vintage Odagiri owls. And yeah, they're really nice. I don't collect owls anymore, so I decided to go ahead and let these go, but I do still really like them. I think they're very nice. These normally would have came with an OMC sticker on the bottom of it. OMC would be Odagiri Mercantile Company, so it's a different type of label. If you guys don't have it marked Odagiri, that is another way you can identify Odagiri items. But yeah, these will probably sell around $28 to $32 with shipping included in the price. So this next owl I also pulled from my own collection. I thrifted this about a year and a half ago. And initially when I picked it up, I wasn't aware what it was exactly. My viewers had told me it's a macrame bead. You could, attach it to the macrame rope in the center there. So very cute. I used it on my desk just to hold like a pen, but I didn't really stick the pen back in there too much, so I decided to go ahead and let it go. It'd also be really cute if you are more of a minimalist with makeup like I am. You could put your eyeliner in there. I think that would fit quite nicely in there as well and could be a nice little whimsy touch to your makeup area. The only issue with this guy here, he originally came with this crack. He has a little bit of a cracking there. It's not all the way through, so it's still in good condition, but I do note that there, and I think I could probably get maybe about $8.99 with free shipping included on this guy. These also came from my own personal collection. They are this really neat rustic bird set in this yellow. They are designed this way to have this bit of a paint wear look, and they have this kind of faux crazing throughout it. I really like them. I think they're super fun. I love the bright yellow to them. I just am downsizing a little bit, so I decided to go ahead and list them. I think these guys will go probably around 28, maybe up to 32 with shipping included. This owl here I thrifted. This was in a miscellaneous pile I sorted with a bunch of thrifted items I had not yet gone through. And so I pulled him out. I thought he was a nice size. He's actually a piggy bank. He has a slot there. He is missing his plug, unfortunately. But yeah, I think he's pretty cool. And I like that he has a smaller size piggy bank. So he's very cute, very 1970s. I think he'll go for maybe around $32 with shipping included. This guy I actually pulled from my stock. I have also been looking through my inventory, sorting out things that have dropped off that people had not bought and kind of just fell off of my site because it doesn't auto-renew. And so this is pretty adorable. I was kind of surprised no one wanted this, but I'm going to go ahead and renew it one more time and see if anyone is interested. I really thought it is a cute little toothpick holder here with the adorable little owl up on the top branch, and it has these little daisies, so I thought it was kind of nice. I think it'll go for around $10 to $12 with shipping included. This is another owl item that dropped off of my online store. I thought he was really cute. I was kind of surprised he didn't sell. He is a little napkin holder, or you could use it for holding mail. And it does have a couple issues, so maybe that is what's going on. It has the tiniest little chip on the backside of its ear there. And then the eye, when they originally painted it, the petal kind of didn't go all the way on the nose where it's lifted, so the yellow part of the paint there is kind of off of it. So I don't know if that is the reason why, but I'm gonna lower the price and relist it, and we will see. We'll give him one last chance. Otherwise, he's gonna go in my yard sale. These dropped off as well. These were already listed. I really thought they were really nice. I do have them listed for, you know, a little bit higher than maybe someone might want to pay. You really have to wait for the right buyer for some items, and this is definitely one. I do have them listed for $48 with shipping included, and I think that's pretty reasonable. It's a nice little set there. They are a ceramic owl on this nice little wooden plaque, very 1970s, and I think these will definitely make a nice addition to somebody's home. This is really neat. I pulled this from my thrifted not hauled yet pile, and it's this beautiful pottery vase. It has this black and brown owl on it. This is kind of a raw pottery here. The owl is glazed and has a little bit of glaze around the top and the bottom base. I love the size to it and the shape. It's just really interesting. So I think this guy is gonna go for about $16 to $18.99 with shipping included. These were a super fun find. I honestly don't even remember picking them up. I was unwrapping everything when I found this thrifted, not hauled pile out in my garage. We had built this garage just about a year and a half ago, and at the time we were building it, we did a lot of the work ourselves. I was still thrifting and sourcing and stuff for my antique booth, and somehow some items got away from me, and then I found some boxes out there, so these were a happy find. They were marked $2.99, and when I found these, they were in a bunch of other stuff that I had gotten from Salvation Army. And since the haul was so big, I was pretty certain it was the day that they had the 50% off sale. And so I had just heard about it that day and went real quick, and then we came back and worked in the garage. So I think that's why the box got away from me and I kind of forgot about it. Anyway, these are super fun. They are actually a nice little heavy metal. I love the green and yellow, two of my favorite colors. I love the way they look together. These are from 1970 exactly. So if you love the 70s, these are perfect. I came across Mr. Winkers again. He was in my antique booth. He never sold in there. So I am going to go ahead and list him online. He's not a Shawnee. He is actually a hand-painted piece. He is signed on the bottom. I believe it said Ruth Nickerson, and I thought it was really well done. A lot of the hand-painted ceramic owls like this that I see are kind of darker. The coloring is a little weird, and I like how it's just kind of a basic white, and this will really fit in a lot of different homes. He does, of course, have a few minor chips around the edge. It's just more nicks, really. Typical of cookie jars, right? Not too bad though. So I think he'll probably go somewhere between 45 to 60. He's a big guy, so I do include shipping in my price. I'll have to factor that in. So next up is this really neat owl scarf holder. It is a metal hanger here, and you can insert your scarves in all these little circles. I'm sure you could use it for other things, but that is its original use. And yeah, it's perfect if you love owls but love function as well. You don't want a lot of clutter, but you have a need for something like this. So I think we're all doing, spring cleaning a little bit early this year. I know I am. Let me know in the comments below if that's what you guys have been up to as well, kind of going through items in the house since we're stuck at home. But yeah, I think it's really neat, and hopefully someone will get some use out of it. This is also another thrifted find that was in that box in the garage. And this is actually a chickadee. It's not an owl. The chickadee is the Maine state bird. It says Maine up here, chickadee there, and then it says pine cone. We are also the pine tree state. So that is what is featured on the tile. It is one of those nice little cast wrought iron trivets. It's a smaller size, which is kind of cute. Usually you have those enormous ones, so it's great for a smaller dish. It does have the feet on the bottom there. And yeah, so I think this will probably go for around $16 to $18.99 with shipping included. This item here I got at a charity auction about 8 years ago, and it came on a box lot, and I loved it. It's just, I decided it was time to let it go. I figured someone would get some use out of it. I had never looked into what the maker was. It seemed kind of fancy because it is labeled on the bottom. And so I did a little bit of research and found some information. It says L. Jorth, Hjorth, and it is Swedish pottery. They are in Bornholm, Sweden, which also states Bornholm on the bottom. It has a number 181, which I thought might have been just the number that was made, but I did some research and it appeared that it was actually an indication of the shape of the vase itself. So that was kind of interesting. And I was trying to date it, and as most I could find out is that the company did start back in the late 1800s, about 1890, and they have this deer symbol stamped on there, and they started stamping it with a deer in 1927. So the founder of this pottery is Laritz Hjorth. I don't know if we're pronouncing it right, but he, made his pottery. He opened the shop in Sweden and had this little pottery shop. His family, his ancestors took over and continued to make pottery up until 1993 or 1995. And a lot of pieces I saw that looked like this was from around the 1930s. But again, I'm not going to go ahead and say with confidence this is from the 1930s. I'm not quite sure. But it is at least 1927 on up. And yeah, so I thought it was really beautiful. It has this really nice bird with the berries on the tree there, and it's just a really nice quality pottery. It is pretty heavy. It's a nice stoneware, but it's also nice and smooth. So Hjorth Danish pottery sells very nice, so I'm throwing this guy up on eBay for about 75 to 85 bucks, and we'll see how it does. Let me know in the comments below which item I shared with you today was your favorite, if you guys happen to like owls or not. And yeah, I think I might do some gardening, kind of harvest, farmhouse kind of stuff tomorrow. I have a big pile of it, so it might be 2 videos of that. So if that is up your alley, let me know, or let me know what is your favorite theme that you like to decorate with, because I have a lot of stuff I'm sifting through. And if you guys happen to be interested in a certain, type of item, I definitely can go ahead and do that first and show you what I got to offer up. My kid's toy just went off. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.